love me a good lip gloss. Like, I need to go to Ulta. What is up, my girlies? What is up? Welcome back into another video with your girl, Britt, y'all. I'm back with a video on this good Thursday. I'm about to give y'all a few little questions. Just to get to know me, you know, a little backstory about your girl. If y'all got anything I want to ask, drop it down below in the comments. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Make sure you're supposed to hit that bell. We're on the road to 10K, guys. Our goal is to reach 100K. I want to get my plat, but we're not giving up until we get that plat. So I'm going to need for y'all to do y'all part, engage, get the numbers up. Get each video to like 1,000 likes, y'all, 1,000 likes. Even if you don't watch the videos, to get each video to 1,000 likes. Q&A, just a little questions about me that I want to give you guys, my new girlies, for the new people, for the new subscribers. I don't have to call y'all new subscribers because we like family, we locked in, so y'all my girlies. You know, I probably have more females than males on my platform, I'm not sure, but yeah. So it's just like drama questions, questions, real talk, relationship type of questions. All the YouTube questions, you know. So I'm gonna start with the basics, y'all. I had wrote some questions just to ask you, girlies. You know, so yeah. Personal, get to know me, Britt. Who am I? I am Britt. I go by Brittany. I'm from Houston. I'm 30-something years. Like I was saying, I have. It's 8 of us. I have 8 siblings. I am the 4th oldest. All my siblings is 5 girls, 3 boys. I have the same mother. I grew up with my siblings, all 5 of us. 6 of us. Matter of fact, 6 of us. No, 5. It's a lot of us, you know. I am a family person. I love family. I love on dates. You know, my favorite color is purple. I'm very independent. I was born with a disability called MCA, leaving one side of your body with a stroke. I just found that out, y'all. I've been trying to find out my disability for the longest. Like, at first I thought I had CP, that wasn't my disability. And then I was sticking with muscle dystrophy for a minute until I recently went to my doctor's appointment, and she was like, who told you have muscle dystrophy? I'm like, well, me and my boyfriend discovered, you know, since my arm like this, my body, eyes like this, so we just thought I had muscle dystrophy. She was like, no, ma'am. So she broke it down to me. She showed me a video.
Bottom of the brain. These are your sinuses that have a little bit of sinusitis. This is the cerebellum that's important for coordination. That's the brainstem in here. Temporal lobes that are important for language and memory, especially this kind of middle section here. You can see that the brainstem looks asymmetric. This area has the motor fibers that have died, you know, so there's more on this side than this side. And as we go up, like the bottom part of what we call the middle cerebral artery is still working, and you know, blood is flowing through it, but then the top part, you start seeing some asymmetry here, you see. And so you have the scar from the right MCA stroke, and here, and here, and here, all of this is the scar. Right? So cells have died there. And this is the area that controls your left arm. That's why your arm is not moving.
Okay. She showed me everything that's like my stroke. And I found out recently that it is called MCA. So I don't know like the meaning of it. I just know MCA. I'm about to get into that, and yeah. So just come along with your girl. Like I said, what inspired you to start your YouTube channel? What inspired me to start my YouTube channel is because I wanted to get myself out there. I wanted for everybody to know who I am, to see my growth, see my disability, and see how far I came. If I put out little videos for you guys, I'm trying to blog, I'm trying to do content. so that could be a part of my life with me. Okay. I gotta keep it like it said, who is Britt outside of YouTube? Who is Britt? Britt is someone that's loving. Britt is someone that have passionate. Britt is someone that is caring. Britt is someone that's smart, that's beautiful. Brittany is someone that's worth it. You know, Brittany is someone that if you need somebody to talk to, just to cry, just to vent, that's Britt. That's me. I'm that person. I'm that friend. I'm that sister. You know, that's Britt. I hope y'all love Britt. Yes. Y'all cannot see. I'm so sorry. It say, what's something people misunderstood about you? No, that's not the word to say, girl. It say, what's something people misunderstand about you? Girl, understand, girl, understand. What most people understand about me, misunderstand about me is that you cannot just talk over me without me saying something, like, because I was a solid girl once before, you know, like I didn't have this much mouth. You know, I talk, you know, all this other stuff, but just taking up for myself, putting me in front of everything that wasn't me at first. You know, I had to work to get, you know, where I am, like this girl that I am today. But I feel like a lot of people misunderstands that I'm a very strong person, that they take my kindness for weakness because all they see is a disability, you know, and it's like, I'm more than just a disability type of girl, you know? What keeps you going on hard days? What keep me going on hard days? Just continue to trust in God, continue to have high hope, continue to not to worry about what's ahead, because God have everything in control. God know what's gonna happen. God know your future. God know the next day for you. All that stuff. So by me just saying that, I just trying to stay positive and stay focused, you know, because it's kind of hard when you don't have work and you always at home, all this other stuff, and constant things running through your mind and your brain making you feel otherwise. But I try my best to stay strong through the hard time, through the time and anything going on in my life, you know. So just trying to stay constant with God. You know, I haven't always had this patient. You know, I had to work to get to this patient. I had to work to get to this having faith, having been still. You know, I wasn't always a patient type of person. I'm just being real. What's are 3 facts about you most people don't know? I'm smart, very nice person. People know about me. Last facts. That I am that girl. Thank you. We're gonna go ahead and jump down into. Yeah, this boy's at work. You can see I'm bored. Chilling. 50 million times, and I let it for myself, like texting me all type of crap at work. I say God is gonna bless us. God is gonna bless us. Like, when I say bless us, like whatever God have for us is for us. You know, my time is coming. Whatever it is that God have for me, like I told God, I'm ready for it. This time, I'm gonna show you how I can handle the things that you place in my life. So, the first question says, what health challenges have you been facing? If I keep looking away because the TV on, and then, yeah. What health challenges that I've been facing is that, if y'all don't know, I was born with a stroke inside my mama's stomach. I'm gonna say recently. I found out I had a stroke when I turned 5. I think my grandmother or my brother sent me down and talked to me. My auntie found out that I had a stroke or something wrong with me. I think she would say I was like 1 or going on 1, and she said she noticed that I was doing everything with my right side and not my left side. So that's when my grandma took me back to the hospital, and that's when they discovered that I had a stroke inside the wounds. But I'm still here. I'm blessed. Amen. Yes and amen. Okay, but I have been facing like that also. I've been facing dealing with fibroids most of my whole life. You know, it started when I was 17. Like that's when I first found out that I had fibroids and I had cysts on my ovaries. Now, back in the day, it wasn't big than how it was now. I recently had surgery on last year, 2025 of September. It will make a whole year this year in September that I've been fully now every time I talk about it, it make me cry. Gosh, Brittany, but y'all, it was hard. It was hard to make a decision, honestly. But I know God was right there with me, letting me know that this is not the end of your story. This chapter is closing, but the next chapter is going to be amazing. But y'all know it's going to be a year in September this year that I had a full hysterectomy. My choices was getting very, very short. I tried everything. I tried researching how to get rid of them. I tried to change my diet. I tried to get pregnant for a year. I tried a lot of things, y'all, but I guess God was like, I got for you in store. So yeah, y'all, but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm not sick no more. I'm not always laying in the bed tired. I'm not always hurting. I'm not always constantly bleeding. I don't got to wear 4 or 5 pants no more. I don't got to wear 3 or 4 pair of panties no more. I don't got to wear like all those pads no more. No, it's TMI, y'all. But I'm healthy. I'm blessed. It's still sticking to me, you know. But each and every day I wake up and it's a new day, new start. I know it's getting better for me every single day. That's the reason why I got myself into therapy. That's the reason why I got myself a counseling. That's the reason why I got myself a psychiatrist, you know, because it's not easy. That you have to let go of something that God gave you, you know. But I'm blessed. If y'all want a story time about that, how my boyfriend feel about it, y'all drop it down below in the comments, and we'll try and give y'all a video on it and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay. So yeah, what motive you to keep pushing forward? What motive me to keep pushing forward is that when I had to like make a hard decision back in 2025, and I knew if I sit around just keep on worrying, keep on crying, keep on, you know, trying to make my life miserable, it won't give me no way in life. I had to pick up myself. I had to make sure my crown don't tip over. I had to make sure I could walk with my head up high. But what kept me going is that I knew I had to keep going no matter what that the devil was trying to make me face. I had to keep pushing myself because I knew on the other side of that it was greatness, it's goodness, it's victory, it's light, you know. And I'm in it now. I don't feel darkness no more. It says, what's been your hardest moment so far? My hardest moment so far is losing my grandfather, and I had to face it by myself. Back in 2020, cause he got sick all at once, but that's when he passed away, 2020. But you know, I got through it each and every day. Just keep praying. It says, what's something you learned about yourself throughout all this? I learned to stay strong. I learned to be strong. I learned to continue to look ahead. I learned to that go and make no mistakes. I learned that that chapter wasn't the end. This chapter now is going to be the greatest. I love myself no matter what cost of my body. I learned how to love my scars. My scars is who I am. And I learned how to appreciate myself, appreciate my body. And I learned how to just honor other people. So let's get into the cooking. Y'all know I love cooking. It said, what's your favorite meal to cook? Y'all know I'm a soul food southern girl. Like, all soul food girls, raise your hands. Like, thank you. I love me some soul food, baby. Do you hear me? My favorite thing to cook is chicken, some rice, corn. I love me some corn. With some gravy, with a roast or a toast. Yes, ma'am. Now, I started cooking when I was like 18. But I didn't know how to cook at first, y'all. Like, I used to, like, my food wasn't, it was like bland. Like, it wasn't, like, it had flavor, but it didn't have flavor. But as I got older and started asking questions, of course, I learned from my grandmother asking questions, and I learned from my brother, you know, at the time. But now she's a girl. So yeah, so I love to cook soul food. Like that's the main thing I love to cook. Be some good soul food, baby. Yes, ma'am. It's like what's one meal that feels like home to you? One meal that feels like home to me is gumbo. Gumbo. Who doesn't who family doesn't cook gumbo? Like what's like every time somebody cooking gumbo or cooking like a soul food meal just smother down, just you can smell it. I feel like you at home, like you back at home, you back at grandma's house, you back at mama's house. Like see, I grew up in my grandmother's house. My grandmother raised us, so I didn't grow up with my mother. So just man, my grandma's house used to always smell so good. Like you know, there's some good food on that stove. You know. So yeah. Who taught you how to cook? I just talked about that. So he said, who taught you how to cook? I please excuse my shirt. I had brushed my teeth earlier and then toothpaste on my shirt. Of course, I'm gonna change my clothes later. But basically nobody taught me how to cook. I taught myself how to cook. I just asked questions, and I just always be in the kitchen with my grandmother when she be cooking and stuff. Like I don't play outside sometimes with my cousins and my sister and them, but most of the time I was in the kitchen. You know, my grandma like asking why you put that much or what that's for, all this other stuff, and then of course when I moved with my brother back when I finished school back in 2008. I moved with my brother, you know, and then he started taking care of me. Then I started watching him cook because my brother is I don't gonna say my brother, my sister. My sister is a man. She not a cook. Good. Okay, Jayla. So yeah, my sister and my grandmother taught me how to cook, and then I also watch YouTube. You know, what's your go-to easy meal? My go-to easy meal, I'm gonna say a good spaghettis, a good pot of spaghettis, or a good pot of pasta. Like pasta and spaghetti, same thing. But y'all know that's the easy meal to cook on one too. You hear me? Or some good I wouldn't say hot dog, baby. I don't like hot dogs like that no more. I feel like I ate hot dogs so much, like so much. Yeah. What's a meal you want to learn next? A meal I want to learn next is gumbo. I don't know how to cook gumbo. Don't take my black card from me. Y'all do not take your girl black card from her. Like I know how to cook. It's crazy because I know how to cook gumbo, but I don't know how to cook gumbo. Like I don't know how to make the roux. I don't know. Like the first time I ever cooked gumbo, that was back in 2018, in the middle of 2018, and I had like a get together at my house, and everybody came over, and I was talking to this.
Oh, sometimes y'all I wish I would never met that person. I was just going through a hard time in my life. Like when I say that person gave me hell, thank God we were never together. Never. Thank you God. But anyways,
Um, yeah, I cooked the man. It was good though, cause they all ate the pot. The pot was gone, so I knew it was good. But I knew where I messed up at. I knew my roux supposed to be a little more thicker. It was kind of like not thick, but thick. That makes sense. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the real talk, relatable questions, y'all. So if y'all can relate on these questions, y'all drop it down below in the comments. I do want to start me a podcast because everybody telling me I should start me a podcast. Even my therapist told me, say, Brittany, you should get you a podcast because you love to talk. I do, y'all. But I don't be want to talk about myself. I don't be wanting to answer questions about myself. Like, I want to have a girly. Like, I did ask my sister and them, 'cause I have 5 sisters. It's like 5 girls. I had asked my sister and them, do they want to start something so we could so we could show people how we keep our sister love, sister bond together. But it says, how do you stay positive when life gets hard? And we just talked about that, you know, in the previous video. How do I stay positive? I stay positive by just staying very, very, very connected with guys, trying to stay like saying positive things in my hands, trying to stay positive, trying to stay uplifted, always speaking affirmations into myself, always speaking love into myself, always telling myself that things gonna get better. Just trying to stay positive. It's hard trying to stay positive when the enemy is working at him, but God's working bigger. But I trying to stay positive, just trying to stay uplifted with God, just trying to God, I know everything that's you doing right now is for the better, this sit down, this isolation is not gonna always be here, the main thing that we gotta do is just stay positive while going to work. So I hope I explained. Yes, do you ever feel like giving up? Do I ever feel like giving up? It was times that I did want to give up. When I did want to give up, that's why I tell you that, I have stories, because when I say I faced the things by myself, and it was so scary, so scary. Even when I still was doing sinful things that wasn't right. The only thing I was doing wasn't right was smoking, because I fell into a deep depression. Leaving out a 7-year relationship, and a person treated me like shit at the end. Shit. I'm sorry to say that. He treated me like shit. And yeah. But that's when I just started smoking. I started smoking back in 2019. And But anyways, I'm every now and then. Time I did, because I feel like I wasn't right there enough. I feel like I wasn't seen enough. I feel like I wasn't enough for people. I feel like I wasn't enough to be in people's circle. Or I didn't have the mentality to be in people's circle, because I guess when I talk or my knowledge, or if I'm not on the same page of them and stuff like that. I just one day I told God, what I'm here for. It's I'm trying to fit in, I can't help it the way I was born. I can't help the way I have a speech talk. I have a speech therapist. I can't help the way because I'm not a fast learner, So it's one day I was just sitting at home in my house, all by myself. Before I just was sitting. I had a whole bunch of pills in my hand, and it's how I was taking my depression pills. I put all those pills in my mouth, and it's when I was about to get the water, it's I saw a big word. No lie, y'all. I saw a big word that said grace on it. And I just spit out all the pills. I told God, God, I don't want to do this. I know I'm here for a reason. And I know you're going to continue to show me why I'm here. I continue to lean on you. I continue to trust in you. At the time, I didn't know how to say scriptures. At the time, I didn't know how to tell God, okay, I'm leaning on you. I was broken. I was in a dark place. I was just looking to find a way just to end myself, because I felt like people kept speaking bad about me. What kept me going, what kept me not giving up. Like I told y'all in the previous video, when I went through DV, and I almost lost my life, and when I got choked out for a good 5 minutes, and I saw a white light, and I couldn't breathe and stuff, y'all. So I remember when I jumped up, I'm gasping for air. This person still had his hand on my throat, telling me to shut up. That's how I knew God wasn't through with me. Even when I was trying to run out the house and get help, and the person threw me back on the floor hard and got on top of me and held both of my hands down, that's how I knew I wasn't giving up. God telling me, no, keep fighting while I'm fighting. Even when I called the cops asked if I want to press charges. Because of the heart I had, I knew I couldn't do it. I knew the God that I served was going to handle everything. Now, 2026 from 2019, I'm still here. Because I didn't give up. Because I ain't let the devil win. Despite what I went through. Despite when people talked about me. Despite when people laughed at me. Despite when people told me I should have died. Ain't nobody want you here. In spite of all of that, I kept going every day. Even when I couldn't find my way, even when I didn't know which way to go, I just kept going. I knew God was going to bring me out. He's still bringing me out. I'm still going. So that's how I know I couldn't give up. Finish this out, and then I'm going to cut the video. I just want to just give y'all a little backstory of my life, who I am, where I came from, where I'm going, how far I'm going. And just bring y'all along with me and just start with new friends. People that really genuinely love me, want to support me and stuff, y'all. But, yes, let's get into these two more questions, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it quit. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see from me. What I want my boo to do on my channel. You know, y'all asked if we get into adoption. Are we looking into adoption? All this other stuff. Is how do you deal with stress or anxiety? At first, I know y'all like, girl, these questions are depression. No, they're not. They're about my life. You know, I hear people say, you always living in hurt. You always living in depression, or you always talking sad. I'm not. If you ever been through something in life and you gotta tell your story through the camera so other people could to know what you've been through, do that. Don't worry about nobody else what they say. But I'm not that. I'm not that same hurt girl no more. I'm not that same broken girl no more. I'm not that same girl that sit in the dark and just let her days pass. I'm not that same girl no more. But this is my story. This is my life. I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me. I don't want y'all to be like, oh man, we need to help her, this and that. I just want y'all to keep on encouraging me. Because one thing, God gonna always help me. God gonna always provide for me. You know, and if I love how God gave me friends, gave me supporters, you know, that really just, you know, want to wish me well. You know, I'm tired of seeing the hate stuff on the internet. I'm tired of seeing people always saying negative things about other people. It's like, why can't somebody have a story? Why can't people tell their story? Why can't people live? You know, we not judging how you is. We just know you behind the screen. We just know that you living. Why can't we live? You know, like why can't I tell my story? It's like every time I tell my story, it's like somebody always telling me, you always depressed. Or you always like you down. I'm a happy person. I'm a joyful person. Like I just got a story that I never just got out there because I didn't know how to put it out there. Put it like that. I had a family that if I would have told them, they would have laughed at me like they did. If I would have told them what I went through, they would have said, "Oh, you should have went through that," like they did. Nobody lifted me up. Nobody gave me encouragement. All they did was tear me down. I had to build myself back up. I had to speak life into myself, that person into that mirror every day, and I still do it. You know, so don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. Tell your story so you help somebody else. You know. Now how I deal with it now, I do take anxiety pill, but I try not to take those because like I told my psychiatrist, I don't want to always gotta rely on drugs.
For the ones
You know,
in the back
things
that
that
didn't
got you
get it,
help
I
you, but
wasn't
you know,
talking about drugs like on the street. I'm talking
I
about
could feel the
prescription type
pain,
of
all this
drugs,
other stuff, but
pills.
I ready to cry and talk
So
to
yeah,
God.
I don't
Like
do
once I get through
drugs.
crying and
Just to
talking to
let
God, I
y'all
feel
know
good.
that.
Honestly, I feel good. Now someday I probably take my depression pill. I'm just like want to relax myself, my mind and stuff like that. Make myself depressed because it's like it's a saying say if you're gonna worry, why pray? But if you're gonna pray, don't worry. So it's like I choose to pray and don't worry and leave everything up to God. So it's what does self love look like for you right now? Self love right now look like this. Wow, look right now. I'm smiling. I'm beautiful. I'm glowing. I'm glowing. I'm growing. God taught me how I love myself, inspired of what I went through, what I had to face, what I had to learn and stuff. Like I thank God what I went through. I had to go through that to learn it, so I don't have to make those mistakes again. You know. So I'm so happy. Like I'm happy where I'm at in my life. I'm happy that I found myself. I'm happy that I am beautiful. I am worthy. You know, I am a black queen. You know, in spite of what other people say about me. So that's how I keep myself going. I speak life into myself now instead of just downing myself because other people down me. But that's it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Make sure you turn the notification post on, hit that bell. Come be part of the girl. Let's get your girl to 10K. Make sure y'all engage. Make sure y'all get my numbers where they need to be at. I told myself, y'all, I'm going to wake up one day. I'm going to see each video say 2,000. One day when I see my video say 2,000 on each video, I'm going to cry. I'm going to shout. I'm going to get mad. I'm just like, I'm so happy because I'm growing. Like, I came along. Like, I started my YouTube channel back in 2019. And it's 2026 now. And I have 5,000 subscribers. It's like, I'm just so happy for myself. Like, oh, y'all, before I leave, y'all, I am back in therapy for my arm. I'm so happy for that. Right now, I gotta go to therapy for like some months so they can see how far they can stretch my arm and then they're gonna see about the surgery to get my arm straightened. I'm so happy about. I'm so happy about that. So happy about that. But I go back like in 2 weeks, I think, and that's when they're gonna give me Botox in my arm to make it more little flexible. Y'all let me know about that. I don't know too much about that. I started my research about that. I never had Botox in my arm, so yeah. But I love you, girlies. I love you, fellas. Make sure y'all always point to yourself, love on yourself, no matter what. Continue to be good, always be good. Continue to always move with love, grace, and give people grace, gratitude, and never forget who you are, and never forget this year is your year. I love you. Let's do the heart.